Okay, I might have blacked out in the stationery aisle of Dollar Tree, but I picked up some seriously cute stuff like scented Sharpies, colorful gel pens, and even some Papermate Inkjoy things. And I decided to show y'all them to see if you want to buy these and see if they're only budget friendly or they actually suck. Let's get into it. First, we're gonna go with the classic Inkjoy ones by Papermate. I have all these ones. I think they're all black. They're just different colored. There's a couple of them that I didn't like that I gave to other people, but I still kept the majority of them. Oh, I don't know. You can't see that, but that's a really nice red. I don't know why my video quality is kind of weird and looks fuzzy, but that is a nice red color. Put that off to the side. Let's try this green. Yes, I do know I write my cursive kind of weird. If you guys can see that. That's also a green. I don't buy too many Inkjoy, if you can tell. That's it. Kind of, for on the screen it looks like a very dull orange, but it's pretty much like a pretty dark orange, kind of like the color an orange peel would be, rather than the inside of the orange itself, which is not a bad orange. Oh, this one's a nice purple. I'm definitely keeping this. This is a nice purple. Purple, stay with me. Same with the... No, we can put the red away. We can keep the orange and the green. And that... Oh! We missed the pink. We missed the pink. That is a very pinky pink. So if anyone likes pink, that is pink. Not quite to magenta, but like pretty darn near close. That one's staying with me as well. So now we're going to move on to our gel pens, which I have all of them except I think like 2 I ended up giving away. Go down back to that's a pretty purple. This purple is a more vibrant, rich version of purple than this purple that's over here that we did from Papermate. So I like this one. Gel pens are one of my favorite things to use. The red for this is kind of the same quality of these reds. It feels softer, obviously, to write, because you know it's a gel pen, but otherwise for the color it's not anything different. Now for this pink. This would also be another pink to get. This one's a more brighter pink. This one's a more like if pink and purple had a baby, so it's kind of like in that kind of range, at least from what I'm getting. Still a decent pen. I'm gonna get rid of this other red because I don't need a red. And I did have a yellow that came in the set, but I gave away that one because you can barely see it. I think this is green. that is very limey lime green. It's almost similar to the yellow where you can almost barely see it. If you like that color, go for it, but not my favorite color. Next is our orange. And if you're wondering why I'm writing cursive, I don't use cursive very often anymore because I don't write very much. So I'm trying to get back into doing cursive because I'm still from that generation where we learned it in school. Now for this orange compared to this orange, this is more that, if I had to make a comparison, this would probably be like the orange you'd see inside of an orange, and then this would be the orange that would be the orange peel. So disregard my previous statement about this color. So this was the darker version. So if you want that darker orange look, you'd go with the gel pen. Now for our glorious black. Now blacks are dime a dozen. You can honestly find any black pen. But this one, there's something about ink gel pens, and it makes it feel so rich when you're writing them. If you're a fanatic for stationery, gel pens should be in your collection. Is this a purple or a blue? I think this is a blue. This one actually feels very smooth. I do like this purple. This purple's more like a midnight. This blue's more like a midnight, kind of like if blue and purple had a baby. It's kind of like blended in because it's not quite purple and it's not quite blue. Our next color is pink. This is another one. This one actually is not that much of a different color than this one, so you could get either one. You couldn't go wrong with the color. Now for green. Oh, I messed up that end. Oh well. This green is very, very dark compared to this Inkjoy one. This Inkjoy is kind of like a dark, kind of like holly leaf kind of green. This one's more like that lime green. And then this one's more like you'd be drawing some trees type of green. This one's a more vibrant, darker kind of green. But not like a bland kind of green like with this one. So this one would stand out more than either one of the other ones. Which, that's nice. Okay, we have gotten to the section where we talk about these four. So previously, we had the Papermate, which is right here. Those came as a set. The gel pens also came as a set, but these came as a set, and these ones came as a set. These were both like $1 and something each. So these ones specifically are highlighters. This one has a chisel tip, and this one has a bullet tip, and I will show you what each one of these looks like. So this one's the bullet tip. So that's what that one looks like. And then the other side looks like a regular highlighter, but it smells like a strawberry, which is why I got it, if there's any indication for my channel. And then this one is the blueberry one. I have not used this one. Same with the other side. There's bullet and there's chisel type. Black. And I really like the like packaging. It kind of looks derpy, like it's a piece of candy almost. So I mean, if you're trying to find budget and cute, quirky stationery, you can get these at the dollar store. They're at most dollar stores. I know when I went like a week ago, there was a bajillion of these. So you can't go wrong with them if you want like some cute highlighters for yourself or your kids. Or just pens, anything really. And so you can see I've been already opened this because this is really, really good. Now the downside is, like, I don't know if you can see it very well. My pen kind of leaked, so we're gonna have to bear with me. Besides the fact that this leaked, this is my favorite pen out of all the pens that I bought. We're gonna bring it up here. It flows very, very nicely, and I was using it the other day and I had to mark a whole bunch of stuff in conjunction with the other pen that I'm about to show y'all, and it made the whole pen smell like grapes. This smells like actual grapes, not just artificial grapes, at least in my opinion. And if you're wanting to know what the particular brand is, it just says Ink, INC scented, and it's a 0.1 millimeter. If you guys aren't able to find it at dollar store, I'm sure you could find it somewhere. And then there's this. It also came with it. It's also grape. It has a chisel tip and a fine tip, which it is very soft, able to flow pretty decently for a highlighter anyway, especially a cheap one. And this side I have not used yet, as you can tell, so I'm not sure how it's going to work. Ooh, man, if I had another one, you could totally use this just for writing. You guys can't see it very well, but I'm gonna bring it up here so you guys can see a little bit better. That is pretty. I love that. So if you guys like this little stationery review, leave a like for me. Comment down below if you guys like stationery, which one you liked the most. I know it wasn't the best being able to see the certain colors,